Imagine coming home to find your HOA president sneaking around your driveway at midnight, wire cutters in hand. All because you wouldn't let her leech off your electric car charger for free. Now picture her desperation peaking as she jams her incompatible luxury hybrid into your setup, only to watch her prized $60,000 status symbol erupt in flames, turning her reign of terror into a literal bonfire of vanity. In the sun-baked suburbs of Scottsdale, Arizona, where manicured lawns hit a minefield of petty rules, lived Alex Thompson, a 42-year-old software engineer who'd just clawed his way back from a brutal layoff. Pine Ridge Estates looked like paradise on the real estate listings, neat rows of stucco homes, a sparkling community pool, and monthly dues that promised harmonious living. But harmony here meant bowing to the whims of the HOA board, a group that enforced bylaws with the zeal of medieval inquisitors. Alex had moved in 6 months ago, seeking a fresh start after his company downsized him out of a job. He'd scraped together savings from freelance gigs to buy a used Nissan Leaf, his ticket to ditching gas pumps and their wallet-draining prices. Installing a home charger seemed straightforward, permits pulled, inspections passed, everything wired to code. The fresh scent of solder lingered in his garage as he plugged in for the first time, feeling a rare spark of optimism. That's when Victoria Hale, the HOA president, made her entrance. Victoria, 55, was the epitome of suburban royalty, a former event planner turned self-appointed guardian of community standards. She cruised the neighborhood in her gleaming Mercedes hybrid, her blonde bob perfectly coiffed, always ready with a saccharine smile that masked the talent for manipulation. Recently widowed and rumored to be drowning in estate debts, she clung to her HOA throne like it was her last lifeline. Neighbors whispered about her late husband's shady investments, but Victoria spun it as dedicating myself to our shared values. One crisp morning, as Alex sipped coffee on his porch, Victoria's heels clicked up his driveway like warning shots. "Alex, darling," she cooed, her voice dripping with faux concern. "I adore how you're going green. It's so progressive. But have you considered how this charger might affect our aesthetic harmony? We have guidelines. You know." Alex nodded politely, explaining he'd followed every rule. But Victoria's eyes narrowed, her smile tightening like a noose. "Think of the community, dear. I drive a hybrid myself, saves on emissions. You understand. Perhaps we could share? I'd reimburse you." "Of course." Her tone suggested reimbursement, a vague IOU. When Alex demurred, citing load limits and personal property, her facade cracked just a hair. "Well, if that's how you want to play it. Property values depend on cooperation." She sauntered off, leaving Alex with a nagging unease, like static electricity building before a storm. Whispers started soon after. At the neighborhood barbecue, Alex overheard snippets. "That new guy's charger is an eyesore, probably illegal. Heard it's drawing power from the grid, jacking up everyone's bills." Victoria had seeded the rumors masterfully, her voice lilting with mock sympathy at the poolside chat. "I'm just concerned for safety. Folks, we can't have rogue installations." Alex bit his tongue, documenting everything quietly, emails, photos, even a timeline app on his phone. He'd been burned by office politics before. Silence was his shield, observation his weapon. But inside, he seethed at the injustice. The way one woman's ego could poison an entire block. The first official salvo came via certified mail, a violation notice citing unauthorized modifications and demanding a $150 review fee. Victoria's signature looped elegantly at the bottom, as if finding neighbors was an art form. Alex cross-checked the covenants. Turns out, Arizona law shielded EV chargers from HOA meddling, and their own rules encouraged eco-upgrades. He fired back a calm response. Attachments included per 33 to 1816 Argentine pesos. This is protected. Happy to discuss. Victoria's reply was a masterpiece of passive aggression. We appreciate your input, but standards must be upheld for all. Then came the drive-bys, Victoria circling his house in her Mercedes, notepad in hand, snapping pics like a tabloid stalker. Neighbors reported her door knocking. Has Alex's charger caused any flickering lights? It's a fire hazard. You know. One evening, as Alex grilled burgers for his visiting sister, Victoria pulled up uninvited. Alex, be reasonable, she pleaded, her voice a velvet trap. My schedule's packed, client meetings, charity events. Your charger could help keep our air clean. 50-50 on the bill? Alex's sister raised an eyebrow, but he kept cool. Victoria, it's my property. Install your own. Her lips pursed. Selfish attitudes erode community spirit. Don't say I didn't warn you. Tension simmered like Arizona asphalt in July. Alex found his mailbox stuffed with anonymous notes. Eyesore. Take it down. He knew Victoria's handwriting from the HOA newsletters. Curlicue verses gave her away. Then the code enforcement visit, a burly inspector, summoned by an anonymous tip, scratching his head after a quick check. This is solid work, buddy. Whoever called wasted my time. Alex thanked him, but the inspector's parting words lingered. Patterns like this could be harassment. That night, Alex installed discreet cams, nothing flashy, just enough to catch shadows. Sure enough, footage showed Victoria lurking at dusk, peering at the charger, muttering to herself. Ridiculous contraption, she hissed on audio. Ruining my perfect neighborhood. Alex shared snippets anonymously on the community forum. Facts on EV laws, let's educate ourselves. Likes poured in, but Victoria countered with a pinned post. Maintaining order protects us all. Disruptors beware. The absurdity peaked at the monthly HOA meeting, held in the stuffy clubhouse under buzzing fluorescents. Victoria presided like a queen, gavel in hand. When Alex raised his hand during open forum, her eyes flashed daggers. Yes, Mr. Thompson. He stood, voice steady. I'd like to clarify the law on chargers. State statutes protect them. Murmurs rippled through the dozen attendees. Victoria interrupted, her tone icy sweet. We're aware, but our bylaws supersede. Safety first. Alex slid printouts across the table. Actually, no. Here's the code. Her face flushed, a vein pulsing in her neck. This is disruptive. Meeting adjourned. She banged the gavel so hard it cracked, storming out amid awkward silence. Neighbor Tom chuckled. Well, that was fireworks. But Victoria wasn't done. Next came utility complaints, claiming Alex's setup risked blackouts. The tech who arrived laughed it off. This is standard, ma'am. Like worrying about a fridge overloading the grid. Alex's patience paid off as cracks formed in Victoria's armor. Whispers turned against her. She's obsessed. My kid's lemonade stand got a violation last week. He gathered allies quietly. Tom, the retiree next door. Maria, the mom with solar panels. They formed a chat group. Reclaim Pine Ridge. Victoria sensed the shift, her tactics growing frantic. One afternoon, she cornered Alex at the grocery store, cart blocking his. Alex, darling, reconsider sharing. My Mercedes needs charging, doctor's orders. Low emissions for my asthma. Her eyes pleaded. But desperation leaked through. Install your own. Victoria. Rebates available. She huffed, ungrateful. You'll regret isolating yourself. That night, Cams caught her tampering, loosening a cable cover. Her face twisted in petty triumph. Alex filed a police report. Heart pounding but resolve steel. Escalation hit ludicrous heights. Victoria's next letter threatened liens. Non-compliance fines accrue daily. Alex's lawyer friend, Lena, reviewed it. This is bluff. Sue for harassment if she pushes. Victoria doubled down. Emailing the neighborhood, concerned about hazards from unapproved tech. Replies flooded back, back off. Vic, it's legal. Her facade crumbled at a pop-up block party Alex helped organize, free EV info booth. Victoria crashed it. Microphone in hand, this propaganda undermines our values. Alex quipped mildly, values like following the law. Laughter erupted, her cheeks burned crimson. You're poisoning minds, she spat. Retreating to her car. Behind closed doors. Rumors flew, Victoria's debts mounted, late HOA payments exposed as embezzled for her consultants. Alex dug deeper. Finding discrepancies in the books. She's using our dues as her slush fund, he confided to Tom. The boiling point arrived when Alex woke to alerts, midnight footage of Victoria with paint can in hand. Dousing his charger in neon pink. Giggling maniacally. That'll teach him, she murmured. The conductive mess voided warranties. Costing $1,800 to fix. Police arrived as she lingered. Smug until cuffs clicked. This is outrageous, I'm the president. Officer Reyes deadpanned, not of the law. Ma'am. Her booking photo went viral locally, pink-smeared face. Wild eyes. But jail didn't humble her, from bail. She ranted online, victim of eco-conspiracy. The community recoiled. Petitions circulating for her ouster. The annual meeting turned coliseum. 40 residents crammed the clubhouse. Air thick with anticipation. Alex presented evidence, timelines. Footage. Audits showing $12,000 siphoned. Victoria burst in. Violating her no-contact order. Folder waving. Lies. He's the tyrant. As footage played, her paint vandalism, she shrieked, edited. Fake. Chaos ensued, police escorted her out. Outside. In broad daylight. She spotted Alex's new charger. I'll prove it's dangerous, she yelled. Forcing her Mercedes plug in mismatched fury. Sparks flew. Alarms blared. See? Hazardous. But the overload ignited her battery, flames licked the hood. Her face shifting from triumph to terror as she fled. Firefighters doused the $60,000 inferno while neighbors filmed. A chorus of gasps turning to guffaws. In the aftermath, Victoria's empire crumbled like charred wreckage. Charges piled up, vandalism. Embezzlement. Reckless endangerment. She pleaded down. Paying restitution and losing her HOA crown, fines bankrupted her. Forcing a fire sale moved to a dingy condo. Pine Ridge bloomed anew, new President Tom greenlit eco-initiatives. Dues dropped. EV chargers sprouted like daisies. Alex's freelance boomed into consulting gigs. His quiet stand inspiring a mini-revolution. Neighbors barbecued without fear. Sharing stories of dodged violations. Property values soared, not from rules, but real progress. But here's the twist that lingers, was Victoria the real villain? Or just a product of a system that lets petty tyrants rule unchecked? Drop your take, was Alex too patient? Or was her downfall pure poetic justice?